let's find a space to allow your physical body and your physical avatar to be completely supported in a deep relaxation. So whether you choose to lie down or whether you choose to sit upright and have your back supported, follow what flows and feels lightest for you. And we're just going to give our physical avatar and our physical body permission to just breathe, to expand in a space that is being held for us by the beautiful energy that is grace. And just sink into that energy. Allow yourself to be fully supported and beautifully held. And any tensions and all tensions that the physical body is holding on to because of what we've chosen to give permission to in our minds, we surrender that energy. We hand it over. And just like that, so it is. The moment we ask for something, the moment we put intention behind something, it is done, positively or negatively. So from now on, we're choosing to make sure that we are in alignment with the positive, higher vibrational energies and the higher levels of consciousness, so that we are always choosing to know better and to be better in every single second of every single minute, of every single hour, of every single day. And this knowing better isn't an ego better. It is the divine, all-knowing power that we all have when we activate our psychic sight, which you all know how to do. So in this moment, as we are giving our beautiful physical avatar and bodies permission to relax and expand into a beautiful space of grace, we are choosing to activate our psychic sight by imagining this beautiful violet flame activated within our third eye. And that the energies that are helping us to activate that energy is Archangel Michael, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Metatron, as well as the Ascended Master Saint Germain. And we know that when we invoke this energy, we are invoking all other benevolent, divine light beings that are part of our spiritual team that offer spiritual counsel at any time that we choose to receive it. Because asking is one thing, but having that deep, active listening to act upon those guidance is something completely different. And we ask for that surrender to occur, that we can surrender into that deep, active listening, so that we may hear the whispers as clear as we can hear ourselves in any other given moment. And we're asking for the benevolent, divine thought patterns to be louder than the lower vibrational thoughts. And we're asking for our divine wisdom to be at the forefront in everything that we navigate through. And with that activation in place, feel that fiery energy supporting you and holding you, because that fire energy is the divine masculine energy. In order for things to be actioned in this 3D earth realm, divine masculine energy is required. And when we bring in that fire energy, that violet flame energy, we are knowing that any action we're choosing to act upon is only in those higher realms, because the fire energy is transmuting all of those lower levels of energies and all those lower levels of dimensions, and where that lower level of consciousness resides. We are choosing to transmute that in every single second of every single minute of every single hour of every single day. And as our psychic sight activates, we then bring our attention to our heart centers. And if your hands have not already automatically gone to that space, now is the time to place either both hands or just one hand, whatever feels comfortable, over your heart center. And immediately we can feel that unconditional love start pulsating. We can feel that energy of forgiveness, of unconditional love, of so much peace being held by grace in our heart center. And we know that we don't require any explanation, any apology, or any excuses to connect to this energy. We just choose to surrender into it and connect to it. And as we do, we have this beautiful divine wisdom of grace activated activating through each and every cell within our physical avatar, and it allows our physical avatar and our physical body to be deeply, even more supported and relaxed in this space. That anything that is contraction turns into expansion. And we know that we use the power of our breath to bring in that further expansion, to turn anything that is contraction into expansion. Your breath of life. And that is in this particular 3D earth realm where this breath of life is required for our physical avatar. And just feeling that beautiful energy of grace completely consume any lower vibrational energies with her unconditional love. And allow this energy to brighten, to expand. And yes, unconditional love does have the tones of pink in it. So if you are feeling this warmth of pink light, or imagining your heart center pulsating with this pink unconditional energy of love and light, allow it to be. Allow it to flood every cell in your physical body. Allow it to flood every thought that you have in your logical mind, in your rational mind, and in your ego mind. Let it completely flood out anything that no longer serves you, no longer suits you, and no longer empowers you to be in full alignment with grace, with the divine feminine and the divine masculine Christ consciousness energy. And just completely surrender into it. And just get a sense of what you could choose now with your psychic sight activated with that violet flame energy pulsating and radiating in your third eye. And having this beautiful energy of divine grace pulsating through your heart center. Imagine what it feels like to have a completely different day, completely different week, completely different month, and a completely different year. And because we know time and space actually doesn't exist in other dimensions, just having a completely different life. A life where you remember that your soul is held in an eternal state of grace. And that when you're in full alignment and congruency with your highest self, things that you didn't even know were possible becomes a possibility. And that the things that you once thought were important in your life no longer become important. Your life has changed, and it will continue to change the more you surrender into grace. And this is the only thing that grace ever asks of us, is just to remember her energy, to have faith in that energy, to have faith and trust in the benevolent divine universe, to open up the abundance and prosperity of blessings that is our birthright. And these blessings are in full alignment with our soul contract and full alignment with our higher self. Because our soul is not here to be punished. Our soul is not here to be traded for or bought, because it cannot be. And when we remember that, we will remember that the things that are part of our soul contract are only for our elevation and expansion. And that each and every single one of those experiences is going to be filled with grace and love and magic and miracles, not hardship and not suffering. Because the moment we surrender into grace, we relinquish all suffering within our minds. Because that is the only place that we bring on suffering. Our body speaks our mind, so if we are suffering within our mind by the thoughts that we're choosing to give power to, our body will be at the effect of that. And the opposite is also true, because when we are giving power to benevolent thoughts and to thoughts that are in those higher levels of frequency, vibration, consciousness, energy, our body is going to respond to those. And this is where we just acknowledge that we are the master co-creator of our lives, of our bodies, of our living. And that when we choose to have a completely different energy flowing through us, we get to be the ultimate change that we have always been designed to be. The divine human being. The benevolent divine human being. And we take this energy into our beings, into our bodies. We allow this energy to permeate once more each and every single cell of our physical body. We allow it to permeate every part of our logical mind, rational mind, and ego mind, so that we can be tapped into divine mind. And we allow this energy to pulsate us through today. And we choose to let this energy pulsate through the rest of our physical incarnation. And if you want to linger longer in this space, please do. Especially if you have the time and space to just immerse yourself even more into this energy and to feel what that feels like for you on so many different levels. Otherwise, you can choose to just take a nice deep breath in through your nose, breathing out through your nose. And so with your hand on your heart, just opening your eyes up to a new moment. A moment where you are choosing to see yourself with grace. And if you can choose to see yourself with grace, you can choose to see the world around you in grace. Allow yourself to just lean into that mystery of the unknown. Allow yourself to once again remember that you are here to be a beacon and a lighthouse. A glorious, radiant, powerful beacon and lighthouse of divine consciousness. I wish you all the most beautiful, beautiful day ahead, and sending you all lots of universal love, light, magic, and blessings. And just remember the truth of who you are.